All right, positive energy all the time. The beautiful Arnell is representing from New Orleans, Louisiana. More power is representing from San Francisco, California. Good to see you. XYZ. Everybody come on in, hit that like button, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell while we talk about what happened to Joy Reid. Good to see you, Joshua. I'm a little leery talk about this. The presidential election was not good as far as social media. It was too childish for me. Salute Imra. What's up, Tim B? It was too childish. It was just too childish. So I haven't been one to talk about Trump. I just had to get away from that for a while. I'm gonna talk about what's going on with Joy Reid, and hopefully this doesn't get too obnoxious. I mean, I thought the behavior of the American people during the last election, I thought it was obnoxious. I thought it was horrible, especially men. It was just tripped out to see men emotional like that. It was bad. It was bad. The political climate in America is slow, misdirected. I feel sorry for young people that's coming up under this, watching this. They're being shown a totally wrong analysis of politics in America. It's ridiculous. It's just absolutely childish. I think it's the most low. I think today election. I think the people have the lowest political IQ in the history of America. I'm telling you straight up. It's people that don't know nothing about politics weighing in. And when I say nothing, I mean absolutely nothing. It's unbelievable. I had decided I wanted to campaign for Harris because I just wanted to show the work it takes to campaign. So I didn't want to be into it personally. And once I started, I had to finish, but it was miserable just dealing with the internet people. It's the worst thing I ever. It's horrible. Like a bunch of third graders. Like a bunch of. It was like a bunch of children. It was horrible. I was on my own account on Instagram and I post Harris 2025. And then rather than people go on a Trump account where it says Trump 2025 and say Trump, I had people want to come over there, which is just totally, I don't know what you call that. I don't know. It's like, imagine going to a basketball game and there's Michigan over here and there's Indiana over here. And it's the Indiana cheerleaders over here on the Indiana side cheering. Imagine Michigan cheerleaders coming over there on the Indiana side cheering, saying no. You know, it was the craziest. Like, what kind of weirdo stuff is this? You know, in my mind, everybody that's pushing for Trump is going to go on the Trump pages and say, yeah, Trump. And everybody pushing from Harris is going to go on the Harris accounts and say, yeah, Harris. But no. It was the most insulting, ridiculous. And these was adults. I had full-grown adult men trying to tell me who I should vote for. And I'm thinking, I don't even know you. I know you from social media, but I don't really know you. You know? I don't know you. So you want me to take your political advice and vote the way that you want to vote? And you want to be like angry about it and nasty about it? You want me to think like you. And if I don't think like you, there's something wrong with me. So I was totally outmatched because I'm not going on no. If somebody posts Trump, I'm not going to go over there and say nothing. I'm not going to do no weirdo stuff like that. If you're on your account and you say Trump 2025, I'm not finna go over there and say Harris 2025. Like, what? I'm going to let you have that. That's the Trump page. Or no. Not with these. It was grown men. It was crazy. Even I had family members, they had a chat going. It was mostly ladies. It was me and another family member that's a male. And everybody's just giving their point of view, why they voting for who they. And the male started posting all kind of insulting pictures, and it was just unbelievable. Posted pictures of like some LGBTQ men and say anybody voting for Harris, this is them. And bro, what? I just got out the chat. I said, okay. I got out the chat. Family members got upset because they felt like he was disrespecting those family members. You know, like me, was supporting Harris, and they felt like he was being disrespectful. It was embarrassing for him, especially. He looked bad. It's like, bro, you posting GIFs and stuff? Really? You can't just have like an intelligent like conversation. So it's got to be all the stupid smiley faces and all that. I tell you, those smiley faces and all those stupid emojis, it's definitely ruining men. Definitely. It's just bringing men down to the ground. It was horrible. That's why you haven't heard me say anything after election. You know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for me just showing people how to campaign, I never would have said nothing. I wouldn't have said nothing. It ain't nobody business who I'm going to vote for. And then the most craziest thing is when you pick a candidate, they call you a Dem or a Republican, which is total ignorance. Total. You can tell they know nothing about voting. They know nothing about politics. Because when you go to vote, you don't have to vote straight. So if you go to vote and you vote for Trump, you don't have to vote for all Republicans. You could pick Trump, a Republican for this one. I like this Democrat guy. I like this Republican. I like this independent. So the fact that you pick one person and people say, oh, you're a dim, just shows the level of immaturity in the country. Like, are you serious? So people would say, oh, you like the Dems. When I voted, I only voted Harris and I left. I didn't even vote for nobody else. I didn't vote for no Dems. I just voted for her. It was crazy. And then you have people questioning you. You know what I'm saying? You could not do that in real life. In real life, if I'm out and I'm talking to you and we're just having a casual conversation and I say I voted for somebody and you try to question me, let's say we're at a restaurant, I would get up, I would put my coat on, and I would leave. And that would probably be the last time you ever see me or talk to me because I would look at you as a loser. Okay? I would look at you like, what? You might as well just say, I don't need to have no opinion. Basically, I couldn't see myself. If I'm sitting down with you and you say you vote for Trump, I couldn't see myself saying anything about your choice. What? What right do I have to tell you about your choice based on my choice? What do my choice got to do with your choice? Horrible. And it's so horrible. We don't have news. We don't have news anymore. We got liberal news and conservative news. And everybody thinks that's cool. So you can't turn on a news channel because you ain't going to get no fair and balanced down the middle news. You're going to get this side over here and you're going to get that side over there. And what do you do if you just want just straight down the middle? We don't have a straight down the middle anymore. Boy, if we had a lot of money and we could get on the news and we could get a news channel and be straight down the middle, we'll put everybody out of business. Seriously, if I had enough money to have a news channel, I would put everybody out of business. Everybody would be out of business because Americans will be able to watch our news without getting all emotional. We just give you the news, what bill he passed and what bill he want to pass, what he said, and there would be no personal commentation. The news should not be saying anything personal. It's the news. So if you're not going to do the news, call it something else. Call it something else. Stop pretending you're the news when you're a bunch of personal opinions, and personal opinion is not the news. Since when is a bunch of personal opinions the news? If I had a news channel, I wouldn't be anti-Trump. I wouldn't be pro-Trump. I wouldn't be anti-Biden or anti-Harris or pro-Harris or pro-Trump. I would just be the news. Period. All I would tell you is what's going on. I wouldn't tell you what we think about what's going on. That's not the news. The news is not what you think about what's going on. The news is what's going on. Okay? It's crazy. And if I had a news channel, we would not have a pick on there because I would feel like all my employees, they're going to vote the way they want to vote. So I'm not going to be like, have my employees, all y'all got to be Trump supporters or all y'all got to be, what are we doing? Imagine that type of work environment where you work here, so you got to be for Trump. And if you work over here, you got to be for Harris. or Biden. That is the craziest belief. I mean, I had people come onto my Instagram and invaded my space on Instagram. It was very disappointing. It was unbelievable. And it's like they have a social media. They didn't see me come on theirs. So I'm trying to figure what gives you the right to come on my personal social media with your ideology. You have your own social media. You have your own social media. Okay, true. Nobody's looking at you. So you want to come over there where I'm at, where I got eyes on me, and you want to try to intrude on my space. And then I got to be nice. I can't call you all out your name and all that. I got to try to play it off because I don't want to be looking emotional because you are all out of your body. You're doing like way too much. You know, raise your children. I'm a grown man. Like, I know you're not trying to raise me. I know you're not trying to raise me and tell me what I should think politically. And I don't know you. I don't even know what you really about like that. I don't know if you're even qualified to talk to me like that. I don't know if you're really rounded in history. I don't know how much life you've seen. I don't know nothing. I don't know your self-interest. It was crazy. So Joy Reid found out the hard way. Now, I see everything. I see all the news people. What's up, Andrew? And anytime I clicked on Joy Reid, I clicked right off of it. I thought she was horrible. And she was horrible, just like all the rest of them. Because she wasn't a journalist. She was emotional. Good to see you, Drew. She was emotional. She wasn't a journalist. And so she was going on MSNBC attacking Trump, attacking Trump, attacking Trump. I was like, that's not the news. What are you doing? Nobody wanted to hear that like that back to back. So her ratings tanked. Nobody wants to hear that, lady. If we wanted to hear that, we'd watch Fox News. They do the same thing. Fox News is horrible. Fox News is horrible. CNN is horrible. MSNBC is horrible. They're all horrible. They're all, none of them are the news. They're all their personal views or the views they try to make personal because they happen to work for the red team or the blue team. So if you work for the red team, you got to say our red stuff and anti-blue stuff. And if you work for the blue team, you got to say our blue stuff and anti-red stuff. But you don't call yourself blue channel or red channel. You call yourself the news. Let me ask y'all something. Is the news Democrat or Republican, or is it just me? I didn't know the news was Democrat and Republican. I didn't know the news was conservative and liberal. Is the news conservative and liberal? I didn't know that. I thought the news just report the news. I didn't know the news picks a side. I didn't know the news picks sides. I didn't know the news. That's just the most ridiculous. How are our children are gonna be so confused. They're growing up thinking that's the news. Think about a fourth grader, fifth grader, eighth grader. That's all they know. They think that is the news. They haven't seen Walter Cronkite. They haven't seen Ted Koppel. They haven't seen the news. They've seen this new, I don't know what you call it. I don't know what you call that. So they fired her. Duh. They fired her. Because she wasn't entertaining. She was personal, on there venting personally about something she don't know what she talking about. I've never met Donald Trump. How can I hate Donald Trump? I don't know Donald Trump. I don't know him from a can of paint. So even though if I didn't necessarily want to vote for him, I'm going to be limited on that. Because I mean, how far can I go with the Donald Trump hate? So she was on there. Oh, she was just going. I caught her one time. Oh, she was just going off. She was just saying. She was. It was. I like, what is she doing? And she wasn't able to be fair and biased. And she started talking about don't deport these illegals because her people is immigrants. It's like, wait a minute. Are your people illegal immigrants? Because if your people, if you came here illegally, somebody should call ICE on you too. And that's another thing. Like, people didn't distinguish illegal immigrants from legal immigrants. People didn't distinguish. They just were saying immigrants. But they're not deporting immigrants, they're deporting illegals. Which illegal immigrants is not fair to the legal immigrants. Imagine you go through the process legally and somebody else don't do it and they come over and do it. So the whole illegal immigrant thing is ridiculous. And anytime you listen to immigrants that are going to stand up for illegal immigrants, you're crazy anyway, because they're going to say whatever, because they're just looking at it in terms of immigrants and they don't care about the legality. They don't care about the legality. So why would I listen to some immigrant that came here legally that's standing up for the immigrants that came here illegally? Make some sense. You're here legally, you're going through the process, and you're trying to tell us that we should accept the ones ain't going through the process. That's like me getting 16 and going getting my driver's license, but the other little boy just get in the car and drive without no license. And you saying, well, we want people to be able to drive. You was able to drive, so he should be able to drive. It's like, no, I had to get a license to drive. You know what I'm saying? He needs to get a license to drive. You need to be a legal citizen. You can't just run across the border. So this lady said, they're just coming here looking for a better way to live like my family. Okay, boo, get her off of TV. Get her off of TV. You're not a good news. How are you representing the news and you're not teaching people the law? You have to become a citizen legally. You can't run across anybody's border. And wherever her parents is from, You cannot run across the border from wherever she came from. Yet, she wants to come to America and say you can run across the border. But whatever country her and her family come from, you cannot illegally cross their border. And this is phony. How do you come from a place that guards their border and live in America and say, don't guard your border? That would be my question to her. Her parents are from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Her father from the Democratic Republic of Congo, and her mother is from Guyana, right? Now, the Congo is a mess. So how can somebody whose father from the Congo tell us anything about a border? Somebody make it make some type of sense to me. Lady, your father is from the Congo. Your father from the Congo. This is where your daddy from. Make this make some kind of sense. And the whole problem in the Congo is people running across from neighboring countries with militias. That's the whole problem in the Congo. Militias is coming from neighboring countries. They have no border security in the Congo. What is she talking about? And there's nobody on there to check her, to be like, your daddy from the Congo. That needs border security, ma'am. They're still over there fighting that old war. But she over here running her mouth, and her daddy from the Congo. I tell you, man, some of these people are absolutely crazy. I swear to God. Her daddy from the Congo, she over here upholding upholding the open borders. Her mama from Guyana, and she over here upholding open borders. While they over there in Guyana fighting over open borders. Got a border dispute. Where she come from? Where her mama come from? Her daddy come from the Congo that got a border dispute. Her mama come from Guyana, got a border dispute. But she in America business talking about leave your borders open. Man, make it make some kind of sense. Has everybody went crazy or something? Has everybody lost their mind? Uh, so now she done lost her job, talking crazy. It's just unbelievable. She done lost her job, talking crazy. I don't know who in their right mind could listen to her. I don't know what made her think. I don't know what made her think that she could just get on there and rant and rave about Trump and rant and rave and rant and rave and rant and rave. And what made her think that was going to be entertaining news? Many of us, when we go and we see these weirdo Democratic news channel and these weirdo Republicans, we don't watch that. Like, I don't watch none of those news. They're all totally unprofessional. MSNBC is totally unprofessional. Fox News, CNN, all of them. All of them are totally, you can't get any down the middle news. Everybody's leaning this way or leaning that way. And when you leaning that way, you ain't going to say nothing decent about this way. And when you leaning this way, you ain't going to say nothing decent about that way. So you're not getting, all the news has been bought and they're all campaign channels. You know, like you used to have elections and you have campaign time. Our new channel, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, every year, campaign channels for a political party. We don't have a news, no. They're not news. They're bought and paid for by campaigns. Bought and paid for. Since 2020, the readout has been a key part of MSNBC lineup, featuring political discussions. No, featuring Democratic discussion. You see that lie there? Featuring political. No, it does not feature political discussions. It features anti-Republican discussions. Okay, political discussions are down the middle. And high-profile interviews. No, and Democratic interviews. They do not interview Republicans. They do not get both sides of the story. However, in recent months, the show has struggled with declining ratings. No kidding. According to Fox News, some more nuts. In February 2025, the program averaged 973,000 viewers, a significant drop from the 1.3 million viewers it drew in February 2024. Under new network president Rebecca Cutler, MSNBC is making strategic changes, including replacing Reid's 7 p.m. slot with the new panel-style program. The new show will be hosted by Simone Sanders Townsend, Michael Steele, and Alicia Menendez, who currently co-hosts The Weekend. The cancellation of Reid's show is just one of several programming shifts of MSNBC. Under Rebecca Cutler, the network is making additional adjustments across its daytime, weekend, and primetime schedule. Reports suggest that Alex Wagner, who previously hosted the 9 p.m. slot, will not return to her usual schedule. Meanwhile, former White House press secretary Jen Psaki is being considered for an expanded role with more airtime. These changes come following the recent departure of MSNBC's former president Rashida Jones, with Rebecca Cutler now into lead stepping in to lead the network's next phase. As MSNBC continues restructuring, further programming shifts are expected across both weekday and weekend schedules because you ain't the news and nobody's going to watch it. I don't know what you talk about, Maddie. I'm not into anything with I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not paying attention to it like that. And that's why I'm having this discussion. I don't care about I don't understand nothing you wrote. Because you said they can't uphold the truth or stomach the truth. And what the hell is the truth? The truth is uh, who's to say what's the truth? Who's to say what's the truth, Maddie? You gonna say one thing is the truth? I'm gonna say something different is the truth. What is the truth? Because the truth, the only one that could tell you a lot of times what the truth would have to be God itself. When you've got all these opinionated thoughts, how you gonna have a truth with a bunch of I have no idea what you talk about, Maddie. You talk about we, but me and you is not a we. I'm me and you is you. And I don't know you. I don't know your motives. I don't know you. So it's just a bunch of typing. What you type in, Maddie, it means nothing to me. I don't know you. I don't know your motives. So it's just a bunch of typing. It's just a bunch of typing. With the we this and the we that. I don't even know him. You talking about we. I don't even know you. I don't see how we're a we. Me and you, how are we a we? What are we? What do we believe, Maddie? Maddie, what do we do? Tell me more about us. Okay. See what I'm saying? This is the type of stuff this is breeded from both sides. This is what this is breeded. A lot of nonsense. And these people that's into that, they talk to everybody like we're all into it like them. You see how Maddie's talking to he's talking to me like I'm not into any of that stuff. Look, now he's calling us knuckleheads, calling us all. See what I'm saying? You see, watch the disrespect. You see what I'm saying? Now, why don't we listen to Maddie when he can't have an intelligent conversation? He wants to start throwing insults. He's all emotional on social media. Like all them typing emotions is going to do like anything. Okay? Seriously. See what I'm talking about? He's not interested in over here, so I block him. He's just over here trolling, just having a conniption fit. Watching too much of that stuff. You see, Maddie? Maddie's been watching too much of this divisive news. And now he's all, you knuckleheads, Now we knuckleheads. See what I'm saying? Nobody called him nothing. And most people say all that typing and emotion is a knucklehead. Like, what? Bro, you all typing on social media, thinking that that's going to make some difference. Nobody don't care what you typing like that. You can type 5,000 paragraphs. Nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares like that. After a while, nobody's going to keep reading all that ranting, that internet ranting. It's a block party over here. Go, maybe somebody will listen to you. This is where we at, people. This is where we at. Ground news provides good news. Yeah, I just, only time I watch the news if it's talking about some type of plane crash or natural disasters or something. But any just regular stuff, I wait till something, if it's serious, it'll come across my Instagram. So it's real serious news with something really popping, it'll come right across my Instagram timeline. I don't got to wade through all the. I used to watch Redacted and the same thing. And they just the same way, they lean in all the way this way. You can't get no fair information from them. No, she didn't get fired. Her show got canceled. She didn't get fired. Her show got canceled. But she got canceled because her show was trash. You can't get on a news program and having a vendetta because, for one, okay, let me give you an example. Let's say I go on your news program and you got a vendetta against Trump. And I go on there Monday. And then I go on there Tuesday and you got a vendetta against Trump. Okay, what are you doing interesting for me to watch? Because I get it. You got a vendetta against Trump. You're going to have that every show. So why would I watch? So it's not interesting because you're saying the same thing. You're making the same point every night. That's not good television. That's like me coming back this evening and talk about Joy Reid, then come tomorrow and talk about Joy Reid, and come the next day and talk. Would y'all watch me if every time I talk from now, for the next 3 weeks, I talked about Joy Reid? Like, nobody's going to watch me. Like, nobody's going to watch me. So I'm just talking in terms of business. Nobody's going to watch that. Why would they? Especially the election's over. We already had to watch a whole year or so of election stuff, and now it's over. And we just want the election stuff to go away. Because if they keep going on with this all this year, it's going to be midterms start next year. Then we got to listen to it another whole year, midterms. And then they go a year after that, and then here we got another presidential election. And so we just got to listen to just political nonsense back and forth and back and forth when we already get it. You don't like them, and they don't like you. We get it. It's MSNBC and CNN likes the liberals, and Fox News likes the conservatives. This one is Democrat and this one's Republican. We get it. And there's nobody down the middle for us to watch. we got to watch we got to watch one of these losers. Okay, we got to watch one of these losers that are totally unprofessional and can't provide any news to keep our attention, because that's what you look like. They look like they don't know what to talk about, basically. Welcome to MSNBC. We don't like Trump. Thank you. Good night. Welcome to Fox News. We do not like Harris or Biden. It's like, okay. The next day, welcome to MSNBC. We don't like Trump. Welcome to CNN. We don't like Trump. Welcome to Fox News. We don't like Harris and Biden. The next day, welcome to CNN. We don't like Trump. Hi, this is MSNBC. We don't like Trump and the Republicans. Oh, welcome today to Fox News. We don't like no Democrats. You know, it's just like, oh, okay. You don't watch for a while. You turn on 2 months later. Hey, Pharaoh, you've been gone for 2 months, but guess what? We still don't like Trump. Hey, Pharaoh, welcome to Fox News. You've been gone for 3 months. We still don't like Biden and Harris and Obama. They is still, hey, listen, they is still talk about Obama. They got people coming in my chat in 2025. I got people talking about Obama. I said, oh, I'd be like, well, what about Jimmy Carter? You know, what are we doing? What are we doing? Obama? Like Obama? Like way back then, Obama? Really? Yes, we still hate Obama. We're going to always hate Obama. He's black. That's crazy. I say, what the heck? This is crazy. So they fired her. Well, they got rid of her show. She might get another show. Right? Following the cancellation, Trump blasted the network as he rejoiced Reid's ouster by calling her mentally obnoxious racist and the least talented. That's what he called. Yes. Low-life chairman of Comcast, Brian Roberts, the owner of Ratings Challenge NBC and MSDNC, has finally gotten the nerve up to fire one of the least talented people in television, the mentally obnoxious racist Joy Reid, based on her ratings, which were virtually, we can't see the rest. And that's your president. Isn't that a great president? That's your president stooping. When have you seen a president stoop that low to be making like weirdo comments instead of doing president stuff? That's the president. That's the great Donald Trump. Slinging insults and, you know what I'm saying? That's the president of the United States. He on X all day. You can't make this up. I'm a run for president. I'm going to be on Instagram all day. When have you, the president, he stay on X, he stay on his social media account too, all day and night. He be over there tweeting and posting 3, 4, 5 in the morning, the president of the United States. Name calling and stuff. making up stupid nicknames for people. So the president, Sleepy Joe and MSDNC and the president too. Doing some little like high school stuff. President of the United States. And all the people that, so he's dumbing down the American citizens. It's like, that's really you know. So everybody that support that, he's dumbing you down, just bringing you down to like the lowest compound. And you wonder why nobody turned that on. That's why everybody on their phone. Don't nobody want to hear what y'all talk about. She said Trump has a talent for making fun of people. Yeah, the president of the United States. Isn't that amazing? The president of the United States making jokes about people. Isn't that absolutely presidential? That's the leader of the country. They act like a fifth grader. Elon Musk too. Oh, I got my new rocket ship. I got my new Tesla truck. Yeah. He got a whole lot of money, so he just be making toys. You know, he looks strange. Elon don't be looking crazy. And you look at all the politicians, they all look crazy. You say, this is the ones we got to choose from? And so people just pick out of this pile of whatever you call it. And so we got to argue which one is the biggest loser. I know she's a loser, but she's not as big a loser as him. That's basically, you know what I'm saying? I know he's a loser, but not as loser as him. I don't know why my phone thing coming up on my computer. I wish it wouldn't. Apple need to stop hooking all this stuff together. Hi, Teresa. Man, I'm not watching no president tell no jokes, Joshua. I'm not Joshua. I don't I don't do I'm not no child. I'm not a chuckle. I'm not into that. Okay. I'm not trying to watch no president tell no jokes. Okay. Now, if that's cool with you, fine. But if you're the president, I want you to act presidential. So all of that, I'm not with it. I would not want my children to watch that from no president. If my children was there, watch, I say, this is a disgrace. Because my children, they got to go to school, they got to get all these degrees, they got to do all this. And I bet you can't go to your job and act like that. Go to your job telling jokes and insulting people. No, when you go to your job, you got to be a 100% professional doctor. You got to be 100% professional nurse or professional principal at school or whatever your job is. But the president of the United States, he don't got to be professional. I worked at the U.S. Treasury Department. You couldn't be in there clowning and all that. You had to come in there and be a professional. And so all us American citizens, we got to be professional. We got to focus on our job. But then we got these people, they just be totally unprofessional. You got Elon Musk in there. He cut everybody money, but then he getting $1 billion for Tesla and his spaceship. He get $1 million from the government. He got $1 billion. He got $1 billion almost. He got like 700 million from the government while he's shutting everybody else down. But he getting his, you know what I'm saying? He don't want to spend no money for this and that, but it's plenty of money for X and Tesla. I just looking. And that's not a conflict of interest. It's not a conflict of interest for you to be in the government and be able to get loans from the government. And you're not officially even in the government because Doji is not even a real, that's not even real. That's not even a real agency. So how somebody without no agency doing governmental work that's not a government agency? It's all criminal. It works because they got the complexion, for the connection. True, everybody know what it is. Why they got everybody arguing? Why they got everybody arguing? They gonna rob everybody blind. All they saying is you're stealing. You guys been stealing, and then they go take the money. We'll take this. It's like you got a thief break in your house and steal your TV, and somebody see him, and somebody tackle him and take the TV and take it to their house. That's we stopped him. We caught a guy with your TV, and you be sitting there. Well, when you gonna bring my TV? They got it. Basically, because at the end of the day, that whole Republican Democrat thing, that's not real. Y'all know what's real. Skin color. Y'all know that's not real. Y'all know them Europeans ain't beefing for real. Y'all know that. At the end of the day, they steal a certain skin tone. At the end of the day. And you not. So you can believe that fake Democrat Republican beef if you want to. But that beef is fake. That's not real. They all buddies in there yucking it up and laughing. And when the smoke clear, Black America's gonna lose, the Caribbean gonna lose, Africa gonna lose, Gaza gonna lose, all that's gonna lose. Same thing. A fake feud to confuse you, to have you watching it. It ain't real. They be in there in them chambers drinking. You know when you be seeing the Senate and the Congress in there, they can drink in there. They be in there drunk. They be in there drunk. They be in there fighting. They be having squabbles, all that. They just running the game on you so you don't see what's really going on. They're all friends. You know what I'm saying? They're all friends. And they've been using the social media to sway. They've been using bots and all type of stuff to sway people on social media. They're all friends. They just pretend they're not. All they doing is lining their pockets. That's it. They're gonna line their pockets with millions, and they might give you 2,000, 3,000. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Yeah, they've been in college and military together and all that. They are buddies, all same bloodline. It's all just a show to keep the people asleep. It's not real. It's not real. It's fake. It's fake. It's not real. You can believe it's real if you want to. Biden voted for Trump. Point blank, period. He let everybody know who he wanted to win. Right in front of everybody's face. He threw out the little dog whistle. See how they happy they are? They're like, that's right. See this guy, see how happy he is to see him put the Trump hat on? If he's talking to these people to meet there to meet him because he's the Democratic president, right? Well, why are they so happy for him to put the Trump hat? Because they not doing Democrat Republican. Y'all know what they doing. They don't deal with each other on political party. Y'all know how they, you know what's going on. Yes, she wore red when she went to vote, just to show you what she was finna do. And so Joy Reid looking crazy. But she wasn't no good host anyway. She was just up there I don't know what she was doing. But she wasn't no good host. We don't have any good news host anymore.